Hello friends, welcome back to Bharat Coders. So in this video I'm going to talk about how you can create the Frappe API from the backend and how you can call it from the JavaScript from the backend itself. So if you remember like 4 or 5 days ago I have created one of the videos. So if you go to my YouTube channel and go to videos list, you can find here 4 days ago I have created this video frappe call API from the call frappe API from JS. So in this video I have shown you how you can write the API frappe API and call it from the JavaScript, but like in this video I have only shown you how to do it from the panel, but I have not talked about how to do this with the from the backend. So in this video I'm going to show you how we can create frappe API in the backend and how we can call it from the JavaScript from the backend itself. So let's start. So my local server is running. Let me access my local server. We'll go to switch to desk. And if you remember, like in the previous videos I have created YouTube doc type. I have this some of the fields here which I have already created. So now what I want is whenever I'm creating an employee, so like API should go to this employee document, get the date of birth, and based on this date of birth API should calculate what is the current age of this employee and return the age. And here I will create a field where I will store that age. So let me create the field. Let me this customize this YouTube channel. So just click on customize. Here I will add a data field and give the label as age. So this customization is done. If I refresh and try to add new YouTube doc type, you can see here this age field. So now before creating the API, what I will do is if you see here this, if you go to doc type list, search for the YouTube, and if you see this current doc type is module I have given as a custom module. So what I want is I will create a custom app and I will make this YouTube doc type as part of my custom app, and then I will create the API. So let me start the VS Code. So now I am in VS Code. Now what I will do is I will create one custom app. Oh, okay, I have already created one custom app Frappe mobile. So I will in module I will link with the Frappe mobile. Okay, I think so. Frappe mobile is not installed on this site. So let me confirm what is the current site I am using. Is hero.local. So let me check page hyphen site hero.local list apps. So see, mobile Frappe mobile is not installed on this current site. That is why I'm not getting here that custom app. So what I will do for the time being, I can use other sites I have this tab local. So I will use this tab local sites. So bench use tab dot local. There is spelling mistake, so let me correct it. So now you have you say your default site has been changed to dev local. So let me just restart Frappe bench, and what I will do is close it and open into the another tab, login. Okay, I think this Frappe mobile app is not installed on this site also. So let me check. Site name is dev.local. Yeah, only like three apps are there. So first of all, I will install this Frappe mobile on this site. So just okay, it has already installed. So now like if I refresh it and YouTube list is here. Okay, so currently only these fields are there. That is enough for this video. So now what I will do, I will just go to doc type, search for the YouTube doc type. Now I will link it with the mobile. Okay, save it. And now like if you come here in the backend and see in the Frappe mobile app, in Frappe mobile, in doc type you can find this YouTube doc type. So the setup is complete. Now what we will do in youtube.py file, here like we will write the APIs. So let us like I will write the API outside of this YouTube class. So like we are going to call this API from the JavaScript, so it is important that it should be a whitelisted method. So let me whitelist. Before that like uncomment this, import frappe dot whitelist, and you can give the name of the method. So in this case I will name the method as calculate is, and this function to this function I will pass the employee ID. So employee ID. Okay, so now I will be passing this employee ID from the front end. Okay, so before that I will like I am also going to use some of the we'll have to use 2 days and get it to like calculate this. So let me import that also. So from frappe dot utils I will import today, as well as let me import get date. Okay, now this function will get the employee ID. So first of all, like what we need to do is we need to like validate if we are not getting the employee ID. So let's say if not employee ID, then we should throw the error there is no employee ID. So in that I will if like this function is not getting an employee ID, then in that case we will return the value like age is none, because employee ID is not there. Then we cannot go and fetch the date of birth, and we cannot calculate the age. So in that case we are returning the age as none. Also we'll give some message we can give like employee not provided or something. Employee ID not provided. Okay, this is done. Now like let's say if employee ID is provided, so in that case what we'll have to do first, so first of all we have to get the date of birth. So if employee ID is provided, we will have to get the date of birth. So we can use like frappe.db.get value. Get value, this is the like database APIs provided by the Frappe. In this first we have to give the name of the doc typing, like from which doc type we are going to fetch the data. So in this case I know like from employee we will be fetching the data. Then you have to give like name of the employee, like ID of the employee, for which employee you want to fetch So this we will be getting from front end like JavaScript side, so we'll pass here. And then you will have to mention the name of the fields which you want to fetch. So in this case, like if you go to system and let me duplicate this, open the employee, there is no employee, so let me create one employee. Custom. Let's give some date of birth so that we can calculate is the age. Then date of joining, let's give it today. Select the gender, and this is for it. So now what we are doing is like we are telling the system go to employee doc type, and we will be providing this employee ID. And what we need now, this date of birth. So what is the field name of this date of birth? Is date of birth. So we want to get this field value. So now we have the date of birth. Now what we need to do is like we need to calculate the age. So before calculating before calculating the date of birth, we should also validate if date of birth we got date of birth or not. If not, if we do not have date of birth, then we cannot calculate the age. So if not DOB, then in that case you can return like how we have returned earlier. Age you can give as a none because date of birth is not there. Then you can give some message like date of birth not found, message date of birth not found, something like that. So let's say if employee ID is given, you got the date of birth from the employee document, and now we have to calculate the age. So how to calculate the age? So before like calculating the age, we should make sure that date of birth is a date date object, not as a simple string. So how we can do, we can do it with the get date function that is provided by the Frappe. So what I'm going to do is dob is equal to get date, and here I will be passing dob. So if like system is returning date of birth in string format, it will convert into a date object. So now after that we need to get the current date, then only we can subtract the current date minus date of birth, so we can get the what is the age of the current employee, the employee ID which we will be providing. So how to get the current age? Current is a variable name, we will use this today. So current date is equal to today. We can use this function today, but again, like if we are using these functions, if we are getting into a string, so we should have make sure we should always have this date in a date object. So we will use get date. So now we have date of birth, we have current date. Now we will calculate the age. So how to calculate the age? It's very simple. Is age is equal to, how we will calculate this, current date minus date of birth. So we will use current. Okay, I have written age, it should be current date. So like variable name should be like the correct current date minus year, sorry, current date dot year. So what dot year means, what is the current date, from that date get only the year part, not get the complete date, minus what we will be doing, we will be subtracting the date of birth dot year. Okay, so now this will give the correct correct age, current date dot year minus date of birth dot year. So again, after getting the age, what uh, what we need to do is like we need to again one, like this is not going to give the always like correct date of birth. So there may be situation like let's say your date of birth is on 10th October and today's date is, let's say it's 21 February. So in this year, like this year should not be counted, but if we do by this way, it is going to count this year also. So how we can like uh, check that validation? So we'll compare it with month. We should compare it with month. So let do it. So if current date dot month and current date dot day is less than, what is the dob dot month and dob dot date. So what we are doing is like we are checking if the current date, like current date month and current date day is less than date of birth month and date of birth day, then in that case we need to subtract 1 year. Then only we are going to get the current like correct age of the employee. So like if this condition is correct, in that way what we have to do now, we have to subtract the age by 1. So how to do it? Age minus is equal to 1, simple. So this is actually means age is equal to age minus 1. So this is a shortcut how you can write age minus equal to 1. After like now we got the correct age, so after that what we need to do is like we need to return the age. Okay, so let's return age. So this like we have completed our this Frappe API. We have written the correct API. Now we have to call it from the JavaScript part. So you can see like for this YouTube doc type you have .py file, .js file and .json file. So we will calling from this like JS part, JS file, youtube.js file. From this file we are going to call that method. So like on which event I want to call? So I want to call on this event whenever whenever I will be providing, like I will be selecting any of the employees. So what is the name of this field? Is employee. So on this field I will define a function, give the frm. So on this what I want to do is I want to call that API. So how to call? frappe dot call, and here we'll provide the method. What happened? Method will provide the method, and what will be the arguments? What will be the arguments? Arguments we are going to pass this employee. So how to pass? Employee is equal to frm dot employee. So frm dot employee. So this is going to part the like pass the employee value from the current document. Okay, so now we are passing the value. So after getting some response from the rest APIs, so we'll be using in callback here using function r. So if r dot message, then what we need to do is console.log. And okay, first of all I want to console and see what is the, like, are we getting some value or not. So let's check this. Now I have written this API I am calling, but one thing, like I have not provided what is the path of this method. So what is the path of this method? So what you can do is just simply copy this path, and you have to paste here, and from here you have to remove this part, and you have to, like, in place of forward slash you have to give dot. So frappe mobile dot frappe mobile dot doctype dot dot youtube dot, what is the name of the API is calculate age, this. So now let's check, are we getting something or not. So first of all, let me refresh this, let me open the console, let me provide something like our API is getting triggered, but we are getting some error. So type error, calculate is missing one required positional argument, employee ID. Okay, so from here we are providing employee, and here we are expecting employee ID. So let me give the same variable name. Now let me refresh again, and let me select any of the employee. Okay, we are selecting the employee, but we are not getting any response from the APIs. So why we are not getting the response, let us figure it out. If I return from here, refresh, still we are not getting any response. Why? Let me just check it. Okay, let me check if we are getting, like, our function is getting triggered or not. Hello. Let me refresh. An employee. Okay, means our, like, our JS part is calling this method, that is correct. Now we'll have to see why we are not getting any response from here. So if we are not getting employee, we are throwing this, we got the date of birth. So let me use here frappe dot throw. Are we getting the date of birth or not? Let me check it. Refresh, select employee, expected string or bytes like object, got date time dot date possible. Okay, so here let me convert this into a string. Let me refresh once, select employee. We are getting date of birth, that is correct. So till here everything is correct. If date of birth, we are getting the date of birth, current age. So let's check, are we getting the is or not. Frappe dot throw, let me convert into string age. So also I think there is everything is correct. The only part I'm looking is like return, what like I'm returning with without any, like, giving key and value. I should return into dict like structure. I should give some of the, like, key, and I should give the value. So I will give, like, age is a key and age is a value. So now if I, in JS part, what I will do, okay, let me refresh and check it. Select any. Okay, so I think the issue is from this returning side. So what is the issue? Let me see. Oh, here message spelling is incorrect, so let me correct it. So if dot message, if there is any response, then let me refresh now. Select any employee, I am getting some message, and in message I am having age is equal to 29. So now we are getting a response from the our API. Now we have to set the value. So if I'm getting like if r dot message, then what I will do is I will use frm dot set value, and I will like I want to set value in this field. So like this there is no field here, so let me customize and create the age field. Data, let me give label as age, and this field, like I will be setting value here. And how to like set the value, we will get our dot message dot age, and this is how we'll get it. So if I again go to YouTube, refresh, add YouTube, select any employee, and here we are like able to get the age and set also in this age field. So this is how like from the backend you can write your APIs and you can call it from your JavaScript file. So this is all about this video. If you like the content of the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Have a nice day.